Welcome back to the channel again. So today's video tutorial will be a quick one. So the purpose for this video is to show you how versatile Ignition SCADA is, and that it can run on multiple operating systems as compared to other SCADA systems that are only limited to running on Windows. And then if you need to probably run it in a different environment, then you need to have things like VMs and so forth. So without wasting any time, this is my Ubuntu Linux operating system. Then I'll just log in as you log in a normal PC. Then I'll just put in my password. And the reason it's long is because of brute force attack. So that's the reason I've gotten used to putting in complicated or complex passwords, so that if someone tries to hack into my account, it's not easy. So from here you go to any browser, and then by default I've got this. Okay, so from here I'll just open any web browser. So I could open either of the two, but I'll just open Firefox, or you can do Thunderbird, but let's do Firefox. And then it opens the browser, and then I'll type download Ignition, because let's go there, and then just type download Ignition. And then while the browser opens, I'll see, then once you get to the Ignition's website, you'll see there's options. So what's nice about the system is, like with me running a Linux operating system, it already picks it up, and then I can just click on this and it automatically downloads a version that runs on Linux operating system. But if I had a different operating system, I could go to this option that says not what you're looking for, and then I could open here, and then it will show me all the other options that I have in terms of like different operating systems. So you'll see the first one is Microsoft Windows, and then the different types, the 64-bit, the 64, the 64, and then also under Linux you've got different ones. You could choose whichever one is compatible with your operating system. And then even under Mac OS you've got different operating systems, and then even under ARM you've got different operating systems. But for us, it's fine. We can go back, and then from there we go to download Ignition, and then we choose download for Linux, since we're using Ubuntu, which is a version of Linux. So there's different versions. You've got like Red Hat and so on and so forth. So but for us we've got Ubuntu. So then once you click here, it should take you to a page where you need to log in and put in credentials. And then once you put in your credentials, then you'll be able to download that particular version of Ignition. So but just to save time, I've already went and tried to download. As you can see, there's different versions that are running. So just close, and then I'm left with 14 minutes, and then this is because of the size of the file. As you can see, it's 1.6 gigabyte, and then also this also depends on your internet speed. So if I had a faster internet speed, it would probably be faster. So I can do internet speed test just to see how fast my speed is, and then I can run the speed test just to demonstrate why I'm having these issues. So you see my internet speed for downloads, it's 5 megabytes, which is quite slow. And then also once it's done, it will tell me. So you see it's 5.73, and then my upload is probably a bit higher, so hence it's taking longer to download this file. So I can leave this, and then we can go back and see how far is the file. And in the interim, I can pause the video, and then we'll come back once it's done, and then we'll try to install the file. Okay, so what I did is I've switched over to my high speed. So I've switched off from 5 megabits from Wi-Fi to LAN, which happens to be faster. So I'll run another speed test, and then you'll see that the connection that I have now, it's a bit faster. Well, not by much, but at least I'm getting to the 12, 13 megabits, which should help with the downloading. So I'm at 19, which is good enough. So we'll close the speed test and then we'll see our download. Downloads. Let's see. Where was our download? Let's try again and see. There. Hoping that with the speeds it will be faster. Let's run the speed test again. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you could see my installation is completed. And then, like I've said, I've swapped my ports, so went from Wi-Fi to LAN, and yeah, this is my internet speed, so we're good. From there, I'll just go to the folder, choose an app to open this. So let's say open. I haven't done this before, so I'm doing this on a try with you guys, so it doesn't look like it will work. Let's say discard, minimize. Where do we find the downloads? Let's see, downloads, open. So it should be easy. I'm not sure how to do this. Let's double click and see if it works. I'm not sure if it's working, guys. So for some reason it's opening a text editor. I'm not sure how to install this. So let's try. Let's see what other option is there, because like I'm saying, I'm doing this on a go. I thought it was going to be easy. Installing this on Linux. Let's see, right click, open with. Let's try LibreOffice. I'm not sure if that will work. Let's see, guys, if it works. I'm not sure if this will work, but we'll see now. LibreOffice is opening. Doesn't look like we're winning, guys. Okay. Let's see, our option is the open with App Center. Let's see if that works. So I'm trying to open this with App Center. Let's see. Doesn't look like we're winning. Okay. I'll just wait for LibreOffice to open and then see if that works. If not, we'll have to go to the website and see how to install it. So looks like LibreOffice is opening, so just minimize and then let's just check how to do this. So just search how to let's see if that works, guys, on Linux machine. Let's see. Let's go to inductive automation. Let's see how they say you must do it. I was hoping this video would be very short, but for some reason. So there's a section here that tells you, says you must download, select Ignition. We good. So these are the steps that we went through, and then they say the installer will install the files in the following location. Let's see. Open command shell, navigate to the command. So this is the command that we need to. Okay, let's just copy that command. Okay, let's go, and then Control Alt T to open the shell. Control Alt T, there the shell is. And we need to open one, and then let's paste, guys, inside there, paste. Okay, let's then enter C. It says command not found. Okay, let's just see. So let's go back to the browser. It says sudo +x linux. Okay, okay, guys, let's do this. Okay, so we back here, guys. It says we must run all commands. There's root, prefix, sudo is like for super user, guys, or first run. So you said you must do sudo su. Okay, let's just do that. Let's go back to the terminal, guys. Okay, I'll first clear whatever I wrote there, and then let's go sudo su, enter. So we need to put in the password. I need to put in my password. Let's see, I've logged in, and then from there, once you're in, let's copy and try to run. Okay, let's copy, go, and then let's paste, enter. For some reason it says cannot access ignition file. Okay, looks like we're not running, guys. Let's see if it didn't miss anything. So this is the procedure. If you choose the wrong installer, error will appear. To install files, says user local bin ignition list different installation contains. Okay, I think we need to find out where our file is installed. It shouldn't be very difficult. Okay, since the video is long, I think we'll have to do part 2 of this install. Well, like I was saying, it's a learning for me, so we'll post part 2, and then hopefully we'll figure this thing out together, guys. Thanks for watching, and please stick around or tune in to watch part 2 of installing Ignition SCADA inside a Linux machine.